Okay, so we're going to talk about getting stuck and or feeling stuck because stuck is definitely a feeling, but and struggling with getting sales. Okay, so we're going to be talking all little aspects of that and just different tips to get sales in a way. Okay, so I'm just going to start getting into this. So first thing, I'm just going over this real quick is you probably need to expand your network. That's like the first little aspect. I obviously still know it's hard to get sales even after that aspect, but if you feel stuck, like you don't, like usually stuck is because you feel like you ran out of people. That aspect is usually like, I don't have any more people. Everybody said no, quote unquote, all this kind of jazz. You have to work on ways to expand your network in so many different ways. There's so many different aspects. I have a whole video on expanding your network, but super quickly, there's different ways to make new friends. That's basically what it is making new friends through online parties. Make sure in each party, even if there's no sales, you're making new friends. Join common interest groups, basically groups that you literally have a common interest with. So like I'm in like different women fitness groups, like specifically women fitness. I'm in different cooking groups. I'm in cat groups. I'm in like the things that I'm personally interested in, military wife groups, because I'm a military wife. Anything that actually has to do with you, please do not start joining groups that you have zero interest in, whatever that group's about. But go in that group. Don't you dare post about Younique, and start making friends. That part takes a little bit longer when you have common interest groups, but that's where you can genuinely make friends. And just make sure the volume's off, on mute or whatever for you guys too. So yeah, that's such a great, easy way to make new friends. And because they'll have the same interests as you, you'll actually be friends with them too. And then, what was I gonna say? Then there's obviously, and then over time, your lives will get you new people over time. Okay, there's many different ways to make new friends, but as you have some of your friends sharing your videos, that little thing takes time. But as you have your current friends or your new friends, you still have to find ways to quote unquote sell to them. Although I hate that word sell because we really don't sell, okay? We share and we solve problems. That's what you want to focus on most, is the solving problems. People are going to buy from you because they see a product that's going to help them solve an issue. No matter what it is, there's so many different issues, in any brand in the world can find a way to solve an issue for somebody. But you can have different, foundation problems have a solving problem of people's foundation not lasting them all day, or people's foundation feeling heavy on their skin, or being, their skin's too dry or too oily. They never found a foundation that works for that type of skin, or their lashes are small and they want longer lashes, or they have lots of acne and they want help with that, or they just want tips from you on how to do anything for their brows or how to contour. Then you're sharing those tips and you're sharing those things, and then they see how you use it with your product and they figure how they can do it as well. There's so many, contouring also, you want to skin your face, you show them how to contour. So that's also solving a problem. Whatever it is, you're helping them with whatever it is that they need help with. And so you're constantly you're talking to them. If people are talking to you and they're wanting to know maybe what's best for them, don't just start shouting out products that's best for them. Figure out what's best for them. So start asking questions. You want to be the information booth, asking them questions and then telling them what's going to help solve that issue, whatever issue they have. People always are constantly complaining about, makeup settling in their pores, or makeup looking cakey, or makeup not lasting all day, or a lip color doesn't last all day, or that makes their lips look dry, or there's so many different aspects, okay? To help solve their problem. Okay. So where's my next point? I want to stay on topic. I could talk forever if not. Yes, if you help them with an issue, they'll be interested in what you have, and share your love for a certain item. Okay. That also means you don't have to talk about every item. Okay. And keep it simple for them. If you have like a handful, like maybe your 5 favorite products, make sure they know what your favorites are. So you're not overwhelming them with 100,000 products, and you're just explaining what you love and explain why you love it. Like as you're applying it, be like, oh my God, I just love how lightweight this foundation is. I don't feel like I'm wearing any makeup. Or I just love how this mascara just curls my lashes up and just gives me the most length and volume I've ever felt. Or I love how this mask just exfoliates my dead skin cells and I just makes my skin feel so soft. Whatever it is, explain why you love it, what it's done for you. Take before and after pictures. It can be a foundation before and after, a mascara, my old mascara fave, my old fave to my new fave. You can do, this was my skin 6 months ago before I used Younique. This is my skin after. Maybe you've had, improvements in acne or redness in your skin or anything like that. Sharing all that aspects and why you love something will definitely really help them understand that you're sharing what you love. But also, yes, more than anything, if we're ever going to sell anything, we're selling ourselves. That's That's the most, and that's why you want people to connect to you, because people can buy from anybody. You have to give them the reason that they want to buy from you. Tell people why you are doing this. People will connect to your why that you're doing this. Tell people, what was I going to say? I was going to say something else on that point. But yeah, people connect with you. So like whatever you're doing, make sure they know, I don't know, make sure they have fun with you. Make sure they know more about your life, like every aspect of your life. You know, if you have kids, or, you know, they know a little bit about your husband, or what you do, or what your interests are, or anything like that. Make them connect with you for any reason. You know, like literally just whatever you're doing for that day, just let them know, just talk with them, and just let them see you, because they're going to want to buy from you for that reason. And be genuine when you're building up your relationships, and have fun. When you're on your videos, like, doesn't always have to be just straight serious. You can do some fun videos, some fun makeup, or just have fun. It can be something totally different that's having fun. When people see you enjoying what you're doing, in general, they're going to enjoy it too. They're going to have fun with you. They're going to want to hang out with you on your lives, or whatever it is. Change it up. If you're bored, they're bored. Whatever it is, if you're doing the same thing every day and you start getting bored, your people are bored too. Change it up. Have fun. Do different a week of trainings on a certain thing, like a week of brows and a week of contouring and a week of skincare, or do like some Disney makeup looks, or some different astronomical signs. I've seen people do those type of looks, or if it's a certain holiday, do a fun look for that. I don't know, just have fun with it. Okay, you don't have to be like crazy good at makeup to like have fun with stuff too. But if people are having fun with you, they're gonna want to share your video and everything along those lines, and they're gonna want to have fun with you. And people can literally sense if you're just selling too. People can sense if you're just like on there and your only purpose of that video that you're doing, your only purpose of that post that you just made was to make a sale. People can tell. People can sense it. Make sure, if you guys have not read Law of Attraction, I love that book, okay, by Michael J. Lozier. But like what you're putting out there, even if you're not saying it, like the vibes that you're giving out, if you're giving out that I just need to make a sale, I just need to make a sale, instead of saying, I want to help somebody find something for them, like, you know, that's going to work for them, helping somebody. Like, you have to put that vibe out that you're out there for other people. That's what it should be. Your lives, if you do a live, it should be fun. It should not just be about making sales. It's about making those connections. Like, my lives is the least about sales for me. Like, yes, I'm sharing the products. Yes, I'm like, sometimes when I use a certain thing, I'm like, why don't you guys have this mascara yet? You know, that type of thing. But more my parties are, I mean, not that they're only sales. They're sharing my tips and tricks in my parties, but that's me making, it's a little bit more salesy type, not salesy type post, that sounds bad, but like, you know, I'm talking about just the products. But like in my lives, they get to know more about me, my life, and it's just fun. And that's what makes them want to share them. That's what makes them want to come back. That's what makes them want to keep watching and have their friends watching and tag their friends, and all that kind of stuff is because they should have fun and realize that I'm not just trying to sell to them, that the tips I'm sharing with them, make sure your mic's muted too, Naomi. But when I'm showing them the contour, like, I'm saying what I'm using, but like, they could use anything. Like, I'm not telling them they can only use this item that I'm using. I'm saying this is where I'm putting it, why I'm putting it. Look at this gorgeous highlight. Just, you know, it's going to, you know, brighten it and bring it out. And talking about highlighting contour, and I'll talk about ombre lips and how doing a lighter color in the middle is just going to make your lips look fuller. And I'm sharing tips that technically, like, I talk about white on the waterline sometimes, like how it's going to make your eyes pop. I didn't say that they only had to use ours. Like, yes, I'm using Younique's like pencil liner, but if they use something else, it's not like I'm telling them they can't. You know, like, I'm helping them with different issues, and that's what gets them comfortable to message me, you know, wanting a color match and wanting to know what type of foundation is best for them and all that kind of stuff. And then what was I said? And then they just start trusting me, because I'm not just on there like just throwing my link at them and saying buy here, buy now, and I'm just sharing and I'm just having fun. That's why I don't like to always post my link everywhere that I go, everything, because if they want to know where they can buy something, they'll message you. This is the biggest thing: share other things you love that you don't sell. If you can do this as regularly as it can be literally anything. It could be new clothes you found. It could be a new restaurant you found. Like, if you were like in your hometown and you're like, oh my God, I just found this restaurant, you guys all need to go there. If you got a new straightener or a curling iron and you're like, oh my God, this works so amazing in my hair, or you got a new hairspray that makes your hair curls last all day, or I don't know, somebody stained your your back porch, your whatever it's called, your the wood back there, and you're like, oh my god, this company just did amazing. Literally, whatever you're referring to, it can be anything in the entire world, even a good recipe from like a certain recipe book, whatever it is, as long as you don't sell that and you're just sharing, like, this is my recommendation for you, whatever it is. They're going to start trusting you. If that's a true recommendation from you, then they try that restaurant, that food was amazing, or they try that straightener and that straightener's amazing, or that hairspray, or, you know, whatever, literally whatever it is. And they try it and they love it. They're like, oh, this girl, like, actually, you know, it's good. And she's actually sharing what she likes, and she's not just trying to sell to me, so she doesn't sell this item. The more you can share whatever you love, on your wall, just in person, whatever it is, anywhere on your video, you can just be like, oh my god, look at this new straightener I got. You can even do a hair story. I do hair stories, you guys know, all the time. It's just fun. You know, you don't have to know what you're doing just to share what you're showing, and then people will grow to trust you more. Okay, don't be worried about them buying that straightener instead of your makeup, because if they have money for that, they have money for your makeup too. You know, they're gonna grow that trust. Make sure, this is a huge thing for me, make sure your wall, your Facebook wall, is not only unique or only your business, whatever your business is. Make sure it's not only about that, okay? Facebook is supposed to be a social media aspect, okay? So if you're just doing your business, you're not sharing your personal life, people can't get to know you. People think that you're only about your business, which, yes, so for me, and a lot of people that do this full time, it is majority of my life, but it's not my only life. So I try not to post only about that. Anytime I do anything, sorry, I try to post about it, any foods I make, or about my cat or my husband or my sister that I see, or the park that I go to, or whatever the heck I do. I mean, I don't do that much, but anytime I do something, I want to share it with them. I want them to see that I'm more than just unique, because you should not only be your business, okay? If you are, especially if you're a new presenter and you just join and all of a sudden you join a company and then every post you make is only about that company, people are going to feel spammed upon, and they're going to be like, even if it's like not a salesy post, even if it's just like every day is only your makeup video and your selfie and you're never showing anything else and you're talking about the kudos every day. Like, even if that's not that much unique, because you're not sharing the other things on your wall, people don't get to know any other aspect of you, because there's other aspects of you. Even if you're just sharing like your quote of the day, like a positive quote for that day, it's keeping your page positive. That doesn't have to do with your business, but people are going to want to go back to your page just because it's positive. That's something for them to get to know you, that type of thing. Okay, next little topic. This is such a huge thing. It's getting the products in people's hands. Okay, because you guys know, especially if you've tried the products and you love it, and I hope you do when you join the company, or when you know, especially when you start selling the products, you find something you love. That's why you're sharing it, right? That's the same thing. As soon as people feel a product, try a product, see a product in person, all that kind of stuff, they realize why you love it and that you're not just trying to sell it. And then they are like, start to fall in love with it. Then they want to tell their friends. They possibly want to join. They want to buy products. Then if they love it, they want to buy more products, that type of thing. So whatever you can do to get their hands on it. Home parties. I know we're an online business, but if you can do any bits of home parties, seriously, please do it. I know it's not always fun, but make it fun. Don't make it, so if you do a home party, don't make it like they all sit on the couch and you stand in front of them and like presenting stuff. Make it fun. Just lay your stuff out. Even if you only have your presenter's kit, lay those products out. Have like, so you have some lip products, say, in your presenter's kit. Have some of those little lipstick things that they can like try the liquid lipstick just to feel how creamy it is. Okay, that keeps it sanitary. They can you can have a brush cleaner to clean your brushes in between if you have eyeshadow that you want them to try, or they can just if you have the liquid foundation, they can just put a drop on their hand, even if it's the wrong shade, just to like feel how soft that is, or whatever it is. And then maybe you can show them half a face, or show them just mascara on one side. Please don't share a mascara, but like, that type of thing. Like you can see one mascara and then you can show your old favorite or no on the other side, or whatever it is. Just keep it fun, keep it light, and maybe start your first one with just like 5 of your close friends and just be like, hey, we're going to come over. We're going to have, not that I'm promoting that you have to drink, but let's just have some wine and some food, if you do like to have wine, and just like chill at the house and just hang out, have some coffee if you don't want alcohol, but just have fun. Don't make it like a serious thing, okay? If you're gonna do a home party, you can also just do one-on-ones. Be like, oh my god, hey girl, do you want to come over and play with some makeup? Like something simple like that. You can also, if you're feel comfortable sharing your makeup tips, you can do what you can call a makeup class at home. And you can say, so I know that somebody did this last month with our kudos last month, and I'll kind of go into detail. I think I shared that video too. But say you want to talk about a specific palette. I just have this here. So you can make your own palette out of our pressed shadows, or you can use one of our addiction palettes and just be like, okay, so do a look with this and have it on your eyes and hold the palette and be like, oh my God, I love this look from this palette. If you want to know how to do this, comment below or something. If you want this, I'm doing makeup classes. So you can have them over and do a demonstration just of that palette at their house. But this is what the girl did last month. She had them, it was like the rose gold palette from our pressed shadows. And she had them, she's like, she lives in Canada, but it's $81 for, so that's the price there. It's like $81 for this makeup class and the products. So they bought the products, the kudos last month. They bought the products. They came to her house. She had to set up a date with like 5 or 6 of them. She said she didn't want too many at once. And they all had the palette in front of them. She had the palette in front of her, and they were applying it with her at the same time. She can give them the techniques as she's applying it. You just made sales before your party, and you're showing people in person. And then when you're there, like, you can show them that you're using the eye primer. Maybe recommend that they use eye primer and show them. You can even sample the eye primer. And then maybe you're going to make another sale for the eye primer next time. Like, so I'm going a little bit extra on this training video right now. I wasn't going to go in that much detail. But, like, you can do makeup classes. You can do one-on-ones and whatever you feel comfortable with. But even a home party, just something light. And then have your friends do the same thing. Be like, they had fun. Be like, oh my God, hey girl, you just want to have some friends over and we'll do the same exact fun thing with your friends, but I'm going to try to earn you some free makeup. How does that sound? Something simple like that, okay? When people feel the product, it's fun. Home parties are fun and they don't have to be stressful, okay? Just have some stuff so have some snacking. And they don't like clothes. Send out samples, okay? We don't have samples of everything. They don't need samples of everything. But like, there's the fragrances, the blushes or bronzers, and the masks. That's enough for them to get their hands on the mask at least. And if, say, like the exfoliating mask, I'm obsessed with that mask. Like, if they get a sample of that and they love it, then they're going to want to buy the mask. After they buy the mask, you're going to recommend other skincare products. There was a video, and I explained this the other day on our team page. There was a video I saw too. And it was like, just say this little sentence anytime anybody wants anything and you want to recommend something else. So if they're going to get a mask, usually I'd say, oh my God, most people that get the mask love to get the time correcting cream too, or the Define Daily Moisturizer, whatever moisturizer you want. Everybody who gets the mask always loves to get that too. It's like people who get that usually get this. People who get the eyeshadows typically get the eye primer with it. You're just given that recommendation of most people get this with this, that type of thing. So that's how you can upsell something like that. And then they try more products and then they love it. They get that trust of you. If they love something, they have that trust in you to get your recommendations for more things. That's what you have to get, is that trust, okay? They buy from you, not the products, okay? And make sure to follow up with all your customers, because if they're not loving something, you have to talk with them and figure out either why they're not loving them or what something else that they can use in its place. Because maybe they got the wrong color or the wrong type of foundation, or they're using the mascara wrong. They forgot to seal the fibers in with the gel, whatever it is. Like, they could possibly be doing something wrong, so you want to problem solve with them, or maybe they need to exchange it for something different. You want to make sure they're happy. You don't want to have them pay for a product that they're never going to use and they're never going to message you back because they felt bad. They don't want to return it. You don't want that to happen. So, and then one last thing is events. Events is a huge way to expand your network. So like going to an event where like you have a stand. Is there another name for that? I feel like there's another name for that I can't think of. But like when you have like a stand at that, and then you like have all your products laid out, and I feel like there's another name for it, but I can't think of what it's called. But when everybody comes around and there's all the little shops, the little people selling stuff, but you're not really selling stuff. You're just have your stuff out there for to see, and you're giving your name out there. You're giving your business cards to people. You're finding new people, doing stuff like that. I feel like there's another name for it, and I can't think of it. But you guys know what I mean. That's such a huge way to reach out to new people, and there's so many probably in your local area. Like you just Google like in your local town or your city, depending on where you are, and if you do have to spend a small fee for that booth or whatever for that, it's a tax write-off if you guys didn't know, and it's definitely worth that small fee. And if you know anybody else in your town, maybe somebody on your team, you can always split that fee and go there together and split any sales that might have happened. Okay, so but yeah, when people touch and feel it and see the quality of the packaging, the quality of the product, the pigmentation of the eyeshadows and the lipsticks and stuff like that, people will want it more. Okay, So that part came a little longer than anticipated. And this is something that kills me too, is don't do too many sales. Okay. Like discounts. Okay. That's like something a few and far between. If you do like offer too many sales, which you can't do publicly, make sure you do not ever do it publicly. It has to be done in a private group or through Messenger or at your home, or I'm knocking my pipe now. But if you do sales too often, you're diminishing the value of the product, because the value is what it is. It's amazing. Like, you have to know that your products are worth every penny, because it really is. But it's nice to spoil people sometimes, and it's nice for them to know that when you do something like that, it's a very limited edition. Do it for a holiday. Do it for a Mother's Day special. Do it for something, if you're going for a promotion, but don't say you're going for a promotion. I mean, you want people to cheer you on, but you don't want to say that's the only reason, that type of thing. And I didn't do my first sale until I was going for green status. Like, that's what I'd recommend, is for that last little kick. But it's up to you when you want to do it. But if you did it every other week or every month or every other month, then it's just too often to do a big sale. Like you're having 20% off all the products. Like, then you're just losing. And people over time, if you're not expanding your network and you're only trying to do sales, over time, people will get over it. Like, people won't be as excited for those sales anymore. So make sure you're making it excited when you do offer those. Now, if it's a kudos special, you can offer a small discount. And you can even explain, like this month's kudos to fragrances. You can be like, these new fragrances are out. If a couple of you guys want it, I can grab one of those and get you a discount. Something like that, so people know. Or last month's kudos had 3 different items. A lot of times kudos has multiple items. You can discount each item, and you're not losing your commission. People will know it's a limited thing just for that month's kudos, and you can explain that you're if they don't want every part of that kudos, you can split it up. If other people want the other parts of the kudos, and you can get that for that discount still for them. And then you're offering that service. So that's a little bit different than just like giving 20% off all the time. Or you can do like random little giveaways. That's a little something different. But definitely, if you do that, it just diminishes the value, and it's just, people get over it real quick. Yeah, make it think it's exclusive. Okay, last little thing is this is kind of the same with the opportunity. So many people don't know how to get sales, or people joining their team. Okay, it's just pretty much all these things are the same aspect. Share how this can help them, how this can solve an issue with their confidence, or with, they don't, maybe they're a stay-at-home mom, and maybe they don't need more money, but they want to feel more than just like a stay-at-home mom. They want to have that that me back, that them back, that little piece, and or they want that friendship, and that's helping them solve the problem of the friendship, or helping them solve the money of the money issue. It's solving that problem. Or they just want a discount on makeup, and they just want to get their makeup for a good price. So you're solving that problem. Like, any way you swing the opportunity, it's solving a problem for them. You just have to figure out what problem they want solved. What do they want more of? Do they need those friends? Do they need that extra money? Do they need that meaning in their life? Like a bigger purpose for them, that type of thing. So everybody wants different things. So make sure you're just having conversations with people. And then when they say one of these little trigger words in your brain, that's going to be like, oh my God, you could really use this sisterhood, this friend of Younique, like you love this, you love our team, that type of thing. And you're just sharing that opportunity with them. So really, you are just sharing that, and you're selling yourself. It's the same thing with the products. You're selling yourself with the opportunity. People are going to connect with you, connect with why you do this as your business, why you're with this company specifically. Talk about why you chose Younique. It doesn't have to be over a certain company, but why you did choose this at all. And when you share all those, you're going to get people interested in joining too. It's really the same aspect in there. But yeah, when they trust you and they fall in love with you, and why you're doing this and everything, they're going to join you or buy your products or anything. But I hope that was helpful. But those are all ways to get unstuck and to get sales.